Hi children, welcome back to our class. We have seen last class two methods of separation in case of a solid and liquid component. If it is easily evaporating liquid is present there, then we can adopt the method of evaporation there. And if they differ, the components differ in the densities, that time we can adopt the method of centrifugation. We have rotated it with a high speed so that according to the densities the different layers will be formed. Okay. Now we will move with our next separation method, that is using if it is a mixture of two immiscible liquids, okay, using a separating funnel. Method using a separating funnel. Separating funnel. This is this figure. You can see in this picture, this is separating funnel and this is the separating funnel. That mixture, in this case we are taking both the components of a mixture will be in liquid. Okay. So, at that and there is a condition that mixtures of the components should be immiscible. What do you mean by immiscible? Yes, they are not mixing each other. They do not mix each other. When kept some time, they will remain in different layers. Such a mixture we are calling as immiscible liquids. Immiscible liquids. Immiscible liquids do not mix each other. Do not mix each other. Example, oil and water. Oil and water. That is an example of a immiscible liquid. So, oil and water, you know, when we are mixing it, they will remain mixed there, and after some time, both the layers will be separated there. Such a mixture, if you are taking in the separating funnel, what we are doing with that and how will you separate it? Okay. So, here in this your textbook example, that is kerosene from water. Okay. So, this mixture to be separated we are taking in this, here it is opening is the, so using this separating funnel we are separating a mixture of two immiscible liquids. So, here we are taking a kerosene and water mixture. Okay. So, at that time water is which has more density and which has low density. Kerosene has low density whereas water has more density. So, when we are taking that mixture in this separating funnel, this is known as separating funnel, and we will keep it for some time without any disturbance. Okay. The mixture, initially we will add the mixture by opening here. We will pour the mixture into the separating funnel and then shake it properly. After that, in a stand we will keep it there without any disturbance. So, at that time water layer will be coming at the bottom. We can see water at the bottom there because it is more denser. Okay. So, water will be at the bottom and kerosene layer you can see there at the top. Kerosene layer at the top. Okay. So, when we are taking a mixture of two immiscible liquids, after some time if it is kept undisturbed after some time, depending upon the different densities, the layers will be separated there, and you have seen here opening is the, by opening this nozzle here, by opening it we can take water initially and then keep it sometimes, after that we can take out the kerosene layer also. Okay. This is the method using a separating funnel. Then there are different applications for this method also. This is used to separate oil and water and in the extraction of iron and its ore. When iron is extracted from its ore, during that time we are using this separating funnel or this type of method to separate the different layers there. and in that you will study in 10th standard. There in impurities, a layer of impurities will be separated from the ore there, and that layer is taken out like this by this process of by this application. Okay. So the principle behind this method is the mixture should contain two liquids and the liquid should be immiscible each other. That is the principle. Okay. Now we can move to next fourth separation method, that is sublimation. Fourth method is sublimation, that you have seen in first chapter. Sublimation method we have already seen it. What do you mean by sublimation? Yes, solid directly converted to gas or direct conversion of gas to solid. Sublimation or deposition, we will call that both the process same. Either we can call it as sublimation or we can say that deposition process, that the gas to solid is getting deposited there. So we will call it as deposition. And during this process there also we have seen, we have taken the mixture in a china dish there and a funnel is kept inverted on top of that, and that the stem of the funnel is covered with a cotton there, and then in that china dish we have taken the mixture which contain a sublimable material. There we have seen that ammonium chloride, isn't it? Ammonium chloride and sand mixture. Okay. Here also we are taking either camphor or ammonium chloride or any other mixture. The one component of that mixture should be sublimable. Here we can take ammonium chloride, and salt mixture. Okay, mixture containing salt and ammonium chloride. At that time we will take that material, that mixture in this china dish. That is the mixture we are taking there, and this is the funnel there, and this is the cotton. Why do we keep that cotton there? Vapor should not escape out. So we are keeping the cotton there, and on burning, what is happening there? During burning time, that material which is sublimable will go into the vapor phase, and that vapors will not be escaping out, and initially all the components will go into the vapor phase. After that, if we are keeping that mixture cool, after complete material is going into the vapor, we will off the burner. Okay. So when on cooling, what is happening? The vapors will be deposited there at the sides of the funnel. That where we can see the solid materials there, and this method is known as sublimation. And this is a method in which we can adopt if any one of the mixture component will have the sublimable property, then only we can adopt this method. And there are different sublimable materials are there. For example, camphor, naphthalene, anthracene. Okay, all these are different materials which are sublimable. Okay, so today we have seen two methods of separation. First one was using separating funnel. In that principle behind is that mixture components should be immiscible each other, and there should have a considerable difference in the densities. Okay, densities should vary greatly. At that time we will at that time when we are keeping that mixture there, depending upon the density, different layers will be separated there. And the second method we have seen the sublimation. There is a condition that in that mixture one component should be sublimable. At that time we can adopt the method of sublimation. On heating, solid one component, sublimable component of the solid mixture will be going into the vapors. On cooling, that vapors will be condensing back to solid. Okay, clear? Okay, hope this much is clear to you. Thank you.